these ethanol molecules, ethanol and acetone molecules, due to less force of attraction between the molecules, could easily go into the liquid phase, into the vapor phase, so resulting into high vapor pressure. Right, I'll try to understand that. Earlier there were hydrogen bonding between ethanol molecules, right, due to which there is high force of attraction between these ethanol molecules. Suppose these are ethanol molecules, say, right? So there is high force of attraction between these two ethanol molecules, right, due to which the molecules of ethanol has to acquire some energy so as to escape into vapor phase. Now when we introduced acetone, what acetone did, acetone cancelled these hydrogen bonding between ethanol molecules, right? When it cancelled hydrogen bonding between ethanol molecules, now the force of attraction between ethanol molecules reduced, right? So ethanol force of attraction becomes less. When the force of attraction between ethanol molecules become less, the molecule has to acquire less energy compared to the ideal solutions to escape into the vapor phase. Due to this intermolecular hydrogen bonding that got cancelled or that lessened due to the addition of due to the addition of acetone, these molecules or the molecules of the resulting solution could easily escape into the vapor phase, resulting into high vapor pressure, right? So here this is not the case. The interaction between solute, right, acetone, and solvent ethanol is low, right? The interaction is low, so it could easily escape into vapor phase due to the vapor pressure is high compared to the ideal case. And this is the kind of graph that you will get, right? And we also say that delta H is equals to 0. Why delta H is equals to 0? We know that reactions where bonds are broken, energy is required, so delta H is 0. Delta H is positive, more than 0, it's positive. So here which bonds are getting broken? These hydrogen bonds are getting broken by the addition of acetone molecule. So since hydrogen bonds are getting broken due to addition of acetone, so delta H would be positive, right? Due to the breakage or due to the breakage of these bonds, delta H is positive, right? And since when these bonds are broken, right, when these bonds are broken, the intermolecular force of attraction between ethanol molecules is reduced. Now these molecules are less tightly packed. Earlier there was a force of attraction between two ethanol molecules, right? But when these hydrogen bonds, intermolecular hydrogen bonds, got broken, these molecules are now less tightly packed. They are now far apart. Earlier they were tightly packed. When the hydrogen bond got removed, they are less tightly packed. They are now far away from each other compared to when there was hydrogen bonding. So delta V, that is volume, will increase, right? Due to this hydrogen bond that gets removed, delta V would be equal to positive. Positive means volume will increase, right? So that is why delta H and delta V are positive, because of the hydrogen bond that gets broken. Because if you want to decompose a bond, right, or if you want to dissociate a bond, you need to give energy. So delta H is positive. When you remove a bond between molecules, intermolecular force of attraction reduces, due to which the volume will increase, right? So delta V is positive. Now let's see the second case or the third case. We say these are type third. This kind of solutions which show positive deviations are type 2 liquids, type 2 solutions. There is a type 1 solution. Type 1 solutions are those solutions which show small deviations from Raoult's law, which are nearly ideal, right? Like benzene and toluene, they come under type 1 solutions, right? Because they show very less deviation from Raoult's law. Now let's take example of this second one, which shows positive deviation, which show negative deviation from Raoult's law. So when we say the solution shows negative deviation from Raoult's law, it means that the vapor pressure, like it was high compared to before, since these are negative deviations, if you see, the resulting vapor pressure is less compared to the ideal case. This dotted line shows vapor pressure due to ideal solutions, and this curved line below it shows it's due to negative deviation. Now the one which is below is less compared to the Raoult's law. That means the vapor pressure is less in this case. Earlier it was more, now the vapor pressure is high. Now the vapor pressure is less in case of negative deviations. So obviously earlier the interaction between solute and solvent was less, right? So now, since vapor pressure are less above the liquid, right, in this case the situation is this: the resulting vapor pressure due to A and B would be less compared to the ideal case. Now why the vapor pressure is less? That means we have less vapors now, right? Less vapors means less vapor pressure. So less vapor pressure means you will get this kind of curve, right? So why vapor pressure have reduced? Earlier this interaction in the case of positive deviation, which is this, the interaction between A and B, that is solute and solvent, ethanol and acetone, was less compared to AA and BB, right? Since interaction was less, that means intermolecular force of attraction got reduced, due to which molecules could easily escape into vapor phase. Now in the second case, in the case where we have negative deviation, we have less vapors. Less vapors means these molecules could not easily escape into the vapor phase. Why it could not escape into the vapor phase? Because the molecular interactions between the solution that get formed after addition of A and B. When you make a solution from using A and B, the interaction between the molecules has increased. That is, the force of attraction between the molecules has increased, right? Due to which now the force of attraction is more. More force of attraction means less molecules could escape into the vapor phase. When less molecules will escape into the vapor phase, we have less vapors. Less vapors means less vapor pressure. So that is why PA plus PB would be less than this. Now let's take an example of sulfuric acid and water system. In case of sulfuric acid and water, when you add water to sulfuric acid, it would be, this is the right. So we have, right, this is H2O. Similarly here, we have, when you add water to sulfuric acid, hydrogen bonds will get formed, right? Or when you add sulfuric acid to water, you see there is a formation of hydrogen bond between oxygen of water and hydrogen of sulfuric acid. Since bond is getting formed here, in the earlier case bond was getting broken, intermolecular hydrogen bond was removed, right, due to the introduction of acetone. Now in this case, this intermolecular there is a bond that gets formed, right, which is the hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is getting formed between water and sulfuric acid, right, due to which interaction between water and sulfuric acid has increased, right? So that is why the interaction is not equal like in ideal case. So interaction would be between A and B, which is water and sulfuric acid, would be greater than AA and BB, right? So this is the case in negative deviations. Interactions have increased due to the formation of, in this example, hydrogen bond. Since the interaction has increased, suppose this is water and this is sulfuric acid, right? In these molecules, hydrogen bond has formed, due to which it would be this, there is high force of attraction between these molecules. So less liquid molecules would escape into the vapor phase due to high force of attraction that gets formed on mixing of these two liquids, right? So high force of attraction means less vapors, or you have to supply more energy to these molecules so that they can escape into the liquid phase. So boiling point of such liquids would be high, right? So since bond is getting formed, so where when bond forms, we have energy is released. Since hydrogen bonds are formed between these molecules, energy is released. So when energy is released, we have delta H is equals to negative. Since molecular interaction between water